Hey gang, welcome to Film Director Reacts, and today we are doing Itzy's Not Shy. It dropped last night. I'm excited to see it. So if this is your first time here, here's a little disclaimer. We are looking at these videos through the point of view of a film director, so we will be stopping frequently to examine shots and look at production in general just to break down the video. So if you have not seen this video all the way through, go check it out, and then come back here and watch us as we break it down and look at all the little parts of it together. The second thing is, because of YouTube copyright claims, I might have to skip a little bit forward in the video. I'm not sure yet. It'll have to happen in the edit. Really depends how fussy YouTube is going to be to me today. And lastly, check out the playlist. If you're looking for something specific, you might find it in there. And if you like this content, then consider subscribing. We have a growing, active community here, a bunch of great people. We'd love to have you be a part. And you know something, Itzy's really grown on me. When they first came out, I thought they were fine, but you know, as their new songs have come out, they had better hooks, better melodies in the choruses. They're so good at dancing, and all their stuff tends to be very kind of upbeat and sort of has this kind of fresh and kind of upbeat vibe. So they're pretty cool. They kind of have sort of a category all to their own. You know, they have this sort of, you can tell it's an Itzy song. It just has this kind of flavor and everything like that. So interested to check this out. All right, Itzy, let's see how shy you really are. And action. So right off the bat, creating movement through people moving themselves, sort of just like the Dreamcatcher video I just watched, and they have that kind of funky, clean guitar sound. Sounds very 70s. Yeah, even the text on here, the font, very 70s. Good shot. It's very taken at a very low angle. She's in silhouette, walking into light. Super, super good. And I like how just distressed that is in the background with all this kind of what looks like junk, but it's a really good set dressing because it creates just sort of like this atmosphere and this mood. Really good. So that was probably done by either a moving dolly, or it was done with a jib arm, or it was done with a crane. I don't know how big that area is. If it's not a really big area, it's probably done with a moving jib with a dolly, or moving dolly with a jib. If it's a large area, it's probably done with a crane, so they could fit the crane in there. And if you notice, they're also putting grain. Do you see the grain sparkling in there? So they're trying to create more of a 70s sort of retro feel. So they're keeping the sharp clarity of the shot, but they're adding this grain, which doesn't reduce the clarity to make it look like old, but they just sort of staticky in the background. Can you see it? High shutter speed. Drone. So these shots are taken, there's a follow vehicle, which is called a follow vehicle with a camera on it. This case is not technically following, it's going along the side of it over here on the side of the road. In order to get these shots, you need a lot of stabilization on your camera. Typically speaking, there would be another road that you would actually follow on, so it would be smooth, because this road's gonna be really really bumpy. The other way they could do it, they could have a very long crane arm, so there could be a crane following them, and the crane arm could extend all this way over to the side. I think I mentioned this before, and Mamamoo video, you can tell if the camera's too close to their face because of the distortion that's happening here. But the camera is probably, so it's one of two things. It's either, see, if it's low budget, they have this thing called a frog. They can suction cup to the windshield that can actually come around and shoot them this way. But it's probably a rig that's actually attached to the front of the car. It's probably actually attached to the car on a rig on the side, like a harness. Do you guys see the high shutter speed? For you guys who know what I'm talking about, very high shutter speed. I gotta say something about Itzy choreography. The choreography is so dynamic. It's just very, it fits so well with the what's going on in the music. So they're really cutting a lot to the music, which I love. Fantastic job. And again, the choreography is so good. Like, this is ranging. Even the little thing she's doing there, where she's like slapping her legs to the music, great. Do you notice that was sped up? This is in real time. Check it out. You can see the time working. It's obviously faster. Good shot. Yeah, these are very low angle shots. Yeah, there's an arm that's down there. You know what I think I haven't said about this yet is just that it's cinematic. It is very cinematic. I love the outside shots. I love the action sequences where things swing around like that. It's more indicative of sort of like a chase scene to create this energy and sort of like everything's kind of all kilter. Good. See, that's such a good edit. Man, this editing is so good. So they go from this this chase scene, this exterior, right into this part here. And you know what's so good? You know what I really like about this music? They dropped everything out and they let her do that tiny little rap part, completely a cappella, create this real textural difference. And now we go to this wide shot. So do you see the textural difference? So exterior in a car, close up, mid shot, wide shot. Check it out one more time. Car, close up, mid shot, wide shot. High frame rate. You can tell the camera's actually physically close to her. This light is so good. They're just blasted by light from the front. Shutter speed, good lighting. Yeah, those are good shots. So there's, check it out. So these shots here, these are like really cool little reaction shots to get. Like sometimes you see those in the kind of like 70s type movies where you just kind of see the car peeling out or, you know, the wheel peeling out or dust kicking up and everything. It's nice. You can tell that it's probably GoPro-ish and everything because you can kind of see the warping and the distortion that's right there. Or just having the lens be so close. Great shot. Look at the lighting. Super good. It's funny, you don't see any reflection here, so they probably had to crop in a little bit to get rid of the reflection. Sorry guys, hope you didn't see that. I have my notifications turned on, just got invited to this Disney thing. So Disney's doing, over here in Los Angeles, if you're part of a guild, like Screen Actors Guild or Writers Guild or Directors Guild, you get invited to these events, and Disney's doing these drive-in theater events where they're showing things. So you drive in and they give you free food and free concessions for guild members. I just got one of those. Hopefully you didn't see it. If you saw it, that's what it was. If you didn't see it, you have no idea what I'm talking about. You know what's great about, you know what's great about these sets? You know we talked before about depth? Look how much depth there is back behind them. That goes all the way back. Such good framing and good location scouting for these locations. Good job. Because when the back is busy and their outfits are busy, then you want to have depth in the background to create some kind of separation. Dutch angle. Okay, that might be my favorite part of the whole thing. So everything cut out. And then we push through a door, which is framing them to a close-up. And she does a little wrap thing, and then I think they're going to pull out back through the door again. Super well thought out. Great. Loved it. Fit perfectly. And pulling out again? Nope. But they pull through that, that pipe. But they are using the frame of the door. Can we just appreciate the dancing here for a second? I'm going to go back a little bit just so we can see this. Their moves are so sharp. Great framing with the door. Another great framing with the door, opening up the door. Is that a nice truck? It's like an ice truck. Fragile. It's like a bunch of kidneys or something. Someone's transporting organs. That would take a turn, huh? That would be a Red Velvet video. Ah, nice. Everything's frozen. It's full of cakes. If any of you guys are Korean or have ever been to Koreatown here in Los Angeles, I mean, there's all these places like coffee shops, they all have these little cakes and stuff, and they're delicious. I'm not necessarily a big cake person myself, but it's very cultural. Pretty cool, yeah. So this video had really good editing. The editing was on the beat. They had some very cinematic shots, mostly on the exterior with those driving away in the old car and the old like kind of truck that they're, kind of makes sense now that they're kind of following that truck around. Not sure if they're chasing the truck or the truck's trying to get away from them. I'm not sure if they're bandits. Oh wait, they are bandits, right. They're the robbers because they had those wanted signs, so they stole the truck. Wait. It's kind of coming to me now. So they hijacked the truck and they put it in their hideaway. All their treasure, and their treasures are cakes. Got it. It was a really fun song. This is what I would think of when I think of Itzy. Recently, their choruses have become a little bit more melodic. This song has kind of not followed that trend. This kind of seems like a song like they would have done earlier, where it was sort of more of a chant, where they kind of chant a phrase. But to make up for that, what they did is they did it it was more compressed. So they're like, not shy, instead of just being like, you know, not shy, and then a bunch of instruments, and then not shy. They kind of compressed everything to create sort of more texture. What really made this work though was the production on the video, the production on the music, and the girls' performances. These girls are really amazing performers. You can really tell they have a lot of stage presence that really comes through the screen. They're really, really good at that. Definitely my favorite shot is where everything just stopped and we pushed through those doors, close up on Ryunjin, and then we pull back out from her. That was a great shot and it worked really, really well with the music. Those things just kind of came together, kind of cohesively worked. Really great shot. Working with the music really kind of elevated that part. Great job. So gang, for Itzy's Not Shy, that's a wrap.